The world according to Deenola. Didn't you just love it? And with me now is Olafemi Bella, one of the designers behind Deenola. Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Now, classic kind of boy meets girl promo, will they, won't they? But what does it say about your brand?
Oh my God, he says so much. It was such an exciting thing to do for us because he opened so many things.
Yeah.
Because when we started, we wanted, obviously we work with African fabric and we didn't want to be pigeonholed and just say, oh, this is an ethnic brand. I hate that word.
All right, okay.
And we had to make sure in terms of our marketing, in terms of our branding, people can relate. So that's why we decided to create a story. So when you look at the story, any woman, because I've showed the clip to a lot of women, and it was white women, black women, they could relate to the story, therefore relate to the brand.
So is the intention to celebrate the Africanness without being a prisoner of it? Is that what you think's gone wrong before?
I think it's about celebrating the best of both culture. That's what Deenola is about, because when you look at the way the silhouette is very kind of European, but we use some African fabric. We use the Kori, which was...
I presume you're wearing one of your designs now?
Yes, so it's about that. It's really about celebrating best of both culture, because we can't, regardless what we say, I'm African first, and I'm very Pan-African. That's the way I was raised. But I was born and raised in a European country. Now I live in England, and I was born in France. So that is part of who I am. So instead of pushing it aside and saying, no, I'm African, I am. But, you know, let's combine it together.
Well, the question is then where you expect or where you hope the appetite for your clothes will come. Will it come from the high street in Douala, for example, or will it be the Rue de Rivoli in Paris, or, I don't know, Kensington High Street in London?
You know, you got to be very real when it comes to your market. Not everybody is going to be able to afford Deenola. I think we are kind of a high street, but more kind of higher brand.
Right.
And it's not, we definitely not.
Are you haute couture?
We're in between.
Right.
You know, people from haute couture can definitely afford us, but you know, if you shop, let's say at Primark, for instance, you won't be able to buy Deenola unless you fell in love and you save. And
I love that. It's so direct, so blunt.
You save a little bit.
Okay, well, I'm just wondering where you fit into this new wave of African fashionistas who are coming. We had London African Fashion Week, I think for the first time in this capital a few months ago, and people are talking more confidently now about where African fashion can go. Are you part of that? Are you doing something different?
We are definitely part of it, because it starts with the community. If we are respected within the community, then the mainstream come and say, "Ooh, you know, remember them? They're really like, why don't we do a little piece on them?" So you start within the community.
This
and
is
then,
you hard at work there. That was a shoot. Is it in Paris?
It was in Paris, and I was just doing the hair. And I'm a believer of you need to be involved in every single. The whole process of the shoot, we were involved, whether it's the makeup, the editing, you know, doing the garments, obviously, choosing the girl, everything. We had our hands everywhere. So it's so important, because we want to control the image, we want to control the whole branding, you know, the perception of the brand. That's why we wanted to do this. Okay,
so you've done the video, the brand is there, you've explained that very eloquently to us. What next? I mean, how do you know if you're succeeding with this?
We will know by the response of people. They say they like it, but also I think now it's time to sell. So it's all about selling. So it's all about going, because we're launching in Paris next week. And actually in England, in the British Embassy, which is kind of, we're still going to be in British soil.
Yes, okay.
But in France. And after that, we will definitely do some pop-up boutiques. We will be in some stores. So meeting the Deenola women that's going to try the clothes on, talking to them. They're going to see us. They're going to try the things, and hopefully they will buy. Excellent.
You've got your colleague Dina D.
Yes.
Because of Deenola.
Yes.
Ola and D.
Yeah.
You like that?
Yeah, it's good.
Do you wear, I mean, your background is African Caribbean, but you're aware of the fashions and styles out there that have come from African designers. Do they grab you at all, or is it a bit too out there, too much colour? Or what do you think?
I think I tend to mix it up, because I think there's something about feeling that sometimes, and I think I can hear that in what you're saying, that you know, you don't want that to become you, you know, that actually you want to be able to feel comfortable in what you're wearing, and that it symbolises something of your evolution, really.
Because I presume, for it to work, you need to convince women like Laverne.
Definitely.
No, it's true, isn't it?
We'll give you my card after.
And the men like Tunde, Tunde, I mean, do you tend to... I think you do wear African fabrics and designs, don't you?
Most definitely. I'm one, if I have to attend a black tie event, I'll wear a kente bow tie and cummerbund. You know, because I like to feel that I'm repping my heritage.
The thing is, though, I mean, in the years that I've been involved in broadcasting and watching fashion in this country, we've seen so many African fashion designers come through. Everyone knows, you know, Oswald Boateng, Wale Adeyemi. There are so many, but you don't really see them pushing the African fabric so much. It's very, very Western what they do. Does that frustrate you, or do you think that's fine? Now it's my time.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a frustration. It doesn't mean that you're doing African fabric, that's it.
Yeah.
We need to use all the avenues. With Oswald Boateng, what he managed to do very successfully is when you see somebody wearing Oswald Boateng, you see him.
Yes.
So he pushed his persona into the brand, and for me, that is very, very good.
I was just thinking, actually, what about some great African female, you know, fashion designers out there? I mean, I'm sure many of them will have been on show at the, the African Fashion Week in August.
I mean, nowadays, when you look at West Africa, for instance, you take Nigeria, they're leading the way in terms of what needs to be done, in terms of they not only have the product, but they also have the support of the government and also the elite out there, not only to buy the product. You see some brands like Deenola or you see other brands, they're thriving because they've got people that buys it. And this is also the issue is if we don't buy our own design, it's never gonna work. Never.
Yeah. I'm just thinking of some African females who are probably watching this program thinking, Bonsu, you've met me, what about me? So Mary Shitu, the Omar Ohene creations.
Yeah,
that's right, there's so many. What about Posh Spice? As in like Victoria Beckham, because she won an award in the last few days at the British Fashion Awards, and people were saying, what did you think?
I think with Posh Spice, she didn't win on merit, she won on profit.
Wow.
When you look at the brand,
bold.
It's a bold statement to say, but I will explain. I respect her because of what she's achieved with the brand. You see, what's her name, Jerry Halliwell. She, it's not the same category. She went into fashion, but no. But when you look at Posh Spice, the numbers are talking. At the first quarter of the year, the label achieved £40 million profit alone. And now, at the end of the year, I think they're talking about £60 million profit. So, of course, this is phenomenal. Posh Spice doesn't, Victoria Beckham doesn't borrow dresses. She doesn't lend dresses, sorry. They buy it. And she's got all that Hollywood network to wear her design. Is
that what you are aiming for? I mean, get some top African-American, African-Caribbean woman who's out there to start wearing your designs, and then the sky's the limit. Yeah, because the thing that I think with Deenola is about having a bigger vision, and it's not limiting ourselves just to say it's about African clothes. No, it's about a lifestyle. And I think Victoria understood that. She had the name, she used it, and she also used designer that were really good in what they do. She used Roland Mouret. He's a ghost designer. You can see the silhouette. This is Roland Mouret all the way. But she was like, you know what, I'm going to push it. She does bags, she does everything. So yeah, good for her. So she won also because the aesthetics is very pleasing. Wonderful. I would like to wear one. Absolutely. Well, hopefully she's watching this program and she wants to collaborate Victoria with you.
All right.
Olafemi
Don't forget.
from Deenola. Thank you very much indeed for coming on.
Thank you.